Heidi-ho, guys and gals. It is Monday, February 12th. The Super Bowl is over, thank goodness. Valentine's Day is around the corner. But better than all of that, it's time for Deals of the Week! Right, we got a ton of smoking hot deals for you. We got tool deals. We got some bonus deals. We even got some freebies here we're going to save towards the end. So you're going to have to stay tuned for the whole thing. But first off, I want to thank today's sponsor, and that is Linol. This is their new nail gun. All right, it's a new company, but it's not a new company. It's a new brand. I know who's behind it. They're not a huge company, but they're a company that's been around. We've talked about on the channel. They make decent stuff. So when they said they were coming out with this, I was like, all right, I'll take a look at it. And I'll be honest. First of all, the negatives. It is a one-trick pony. It's a brad nailer, cordless, and it uses their own batteries. I told them I'm not a huge fan of that. And then I tried this thing. I mean, first of all, look how svelte that is. All right, that is really small for a cordless nailer. A lot of these things are big old hogs and stuff. Anyway, let me show you real quick it in action outside. As you can see, this sucker, it'll do the rapid fire. It's solid. I get it. There is a negative on it, but let's talk about the positives. The positives are it's solidly made. It comes with a great case. You got 2 batteries. You got a real charger. It throws in some nails and some safety glasses there. Again, you're looking at $180 for this, but there's a $10 off coupon on it. And then, of course, you know how we do. We're not going to stop there. That 20% on top of that, we got a coupon code down below with the links under the video. For those of you who don't know, if you under the video, it starts to say like the title, and then it says see more. You click on that, and that's where you get all the links and all the coupon codes and everything. Anyway, at that point, this takes it down to like the high 130s, which at that point, I'm willing to risk it. I can tell you, we're going to do a long-term review on this and come back to it, but I hope they come out with more stuff in the tool line because I was honestly impressed by it. All right, let's keep going. We got more good stuff coming up for you. Next up, we've got the here we go, the Vosteed knife. Okay, now we've had Vosteed on here before, and it's the Chipmunk. Let me see. This is legit. Like, and Vosteed sends out these little stickers. I've had to fight my wife off to keep this sticker. I'm going to give it to her eventually, but I'm like, let me finish the video before you swipe my stickers. And of course, it comes in the standard little Vosteed little pouch kind of thing, which is cool, but it's a really, really small knife. All right, this thing is tiny, and at first I was like, that is too small. I mean, look at my big old mitts. There's no, and it's got the little thumb stud, and I hate thumb studs. I know a lot of people love thumb studs. Marine X likes thumb studs. Anyway, he's a Marine. He also eats crayons, right? Anyway, I love him. Go check out his channel. That said. But then I guess I wasn't paying close enough attention because I was looking at it. I mean, I love the texture on the grip, on the scales here. That's nice. And a fairly deep clip. It's reversible, but not, reversible as it were. But I looked at the end and somehow I missed it at first. But on the end here, come on, focus. You can do it. Right here, it's also a flipper. I'm like, that just blew me up. How did I miss that when I first looked? I had it for like 2 days, and I somehow missed that little stud. Now, it's a lock blade. It's a liner lock, which is, it's liner, but it's something this small, I get it. But that little flipper is so easy. Look at that. It just, now I can't do it. Got to grip it a little bit lower. Look at that. But the other thing is that really reveals this really deep finger groove. And your finger locks into there. Anyway, I want to thank Vosteed. They didn't pay for a spot here, but they did send this for free. They've sent us other stuff. I'm really liking their knives. What do you think about Vosteed? What do you think about the stuff that they make? Anyway, we'll put a link to it down below. There it is right there. It's not an inexpensive knife. It's $59 for the size. But if you're a knife collector and kind of stuff, you're into this sort of thing, I think you understand that what you're getting for that kind of quality. But there's also a 10% off promo code depending on the items and stuff that you buy there, so you can try and use that as well. All right, let's keep going here. We've got next up. All right, I got to talk about this. So I really triggered some people with my powered salt spreader kind of thing. And people, how lazy are people? It's not about being lazy, dude. I have a 5-gallon cup or a 5-gallon bucket with a cup next to the door where I normally use. And then I got this thing because it's fun. We're tool guys. We're just having fun. But some people are like, I don't want to use a powered spreader kind of stuff. And I get it, but look at this. We got a handheld spreader because I will not touch the salt. My hands are already dry as it is and crack. And the winters up here are super dry in Montana at elevation with the cold. So dry. Anyway, so something like this, I could see this. This is an interesting solution. Somebody sent this over and said, hey, check this out. The Spree spot spreader. This is what they use and they swear by it. So maybe that's another option here for you. All right, next up this is one of the hot deals. Okay, Skill, two tool drill combo. I'm a huge fan of the 12-volt stuff from Skill. I've been talking about it for years. All the 12-volt stuff is brushless. They have great chargers. Most of the batteries have a USB built into them. It's a fantastic system. This gets you, this is 12-volt again, so it's smaller size. You're getting the cordless drill or brushless drill and the brushless impact with the ring light. And it's like C cart, you got to put it in cart or anything. Anyway, I think it's under $80 if I'm not mistaken. Let's do it. Well, right here, we're going to add it to cart. And no, we don't want the protection. Thank you very much. And the look at that, $78.70. That's a pretty good deal on that system. I got to tell you, it's one of my favorite 12-volt systems, probably for homeowner, my favorite 12-volt system out there. All right, next up, we've got the DeWalt. Now, if you're getting serious about DeWalt, this is one you got to look at because I give DeWalt a hard time a lot of time for it. They call them an XR package, but there's like only 1 or 2 items that are XR and the rest of it's kind of the super cheap stuff. This is full XR all day long. You've got the impact, you've got the hammer drill, you've got the circ saw, you've got the recip saw, and yes, the light is brushless. And you're getting batteries, charger, and a bag. It's not cheap, but it's normally $800 or $900. This is a legit, like, full-on professional starter pack. You got somebody going into the trades, needs a starter gift there, this would be the way to go. All right, and if you just want the recip saw, and it's a nice recip saw, $129, all right? All right, let's keep going. Metabo, gotta be the most slept on brand out there. They're definitely in that. I would used to call them a pro line, but I think everyone kind of passed them by and they just kind of stayed where they are. But the price came down. And now I'd call them like a, not a prosumer, but a value pro kind of line. Lowe's kicked them to the curb. All right. So you can find some closeout deals, some great closeout deals at Lowe's. Possibly your mileage may vary on that, but look at this. We're getting the whole deal. You're getting the drill and the driver here with the battery, with the bag, with the charger for $99. And again, all of Metabo HPT has a lifetime warranty. Lifetime of the tool line. As long as they're selling it, it's warranted. Now, if they change and go out to something else, well, your warranty's over. But it's better than a lot of other companies. All right. Oh, and how about a 4-port charger, 36 volt and 18 volt for the Metabo line, and it's $100. It's $100, and there's a $19.80 coupon on top of that. All right, we got the Makita. This is their 45-piece impact bit set. I know you're like, they're not all black. They're not impact. Yes, these are impact bits from Makita. Makita makes fantastic bits. Nice case, $18. That's 50% off. That is definitely a pickup if you're looking for that sort of thing. Now, all right, let's talk about some hand tools. We got to talk about Capri because really, they're the GOAT. I've been waiting to use that one. Anyway, these are some solid standard mechanics kind of style wrenches, all right? This is definitely a tool truck alternative company, okay? This is right up there with Icon and with Gear Wrench and with Tecton. Capri is leading the charge there with the whole, like, you don't stay off the truck. get great tools at a decent price with great customer service and support. So look at this. You're getting a full 19-piece 6 to 24 millimeter set there with the foam. Goes right in your drawer for $125. This is a professional, tier set, and but it's priced at like a prosumer level set. So if you've been thinking about it, you got to think about Capri. They make some great stuff. All right, let's keep going. Next up, we got the screwdriver set from Capri. This is a nice set here. We got the 8-piece set screwdriver with the foam for $40. Come 21% off. That's a sweet deal there. But now, if you're more like the homeowner grade and you're like, I kind of want that, but I don't want to pay those kind of prices. I'm on a budget. Duratec's got you here. 12-piece screwdriver set here with the magnetizer, demagnetizer, with the tray here, coming in at $30. That's 17% off. All right, and look at this. This is a nice set here. Duratec 3/8 drive universal joint socket set, impact set here. Chromoly steel with the EVA foam here for $80, and there's a 10% or $10 off coupon on top of that. And then we got the Duratec extra long. Somebody was recently asking me about extra long wrenches and stuff, and they can be really hard to find, especially ratcheting wrenches, especially for like affordable, because usually this is something you only see for the pros. You rarely see this in a homeowner grade tool. Duratec's got this. Look at this. You're looking at a 9-piece set, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 19, and 22. Yeah, there's some skips in it. But again, this is not an everyday kind of use set. This is a specific, chances are it's going to have it covered. But look at this, $62 for a set like this with the foam tray. $62. That is a great deal on those. Next up, we've got the Billy Tools Wobble extension set. Wobble extensions have saved my life so many times. So many times I've gotten into a situation where I'm like, I just need to get in there, just cut it to the side. And you get like, oh yeah, I can get a wobble in there. So I highly recommend, if you're going to get extensions, getting the Wobble extensions. Here we got 9-piece, 1/4 inch, 3/8 and 1/2 inch extensions. CRV steel here, coming in at $26.99, $27, call it what it is, and a 5% off coupon on top of it. That is a nice deal right there. Oh, don't forget the tray. This might be deal of the day. I am an admitted Wera fanboy. I love Wera tools. I have this set. I've talked about this set all the time. All right. I absolutely love it. I'm still missing my 8mm. I will find it. One day it will return to me. I have faith. He will come home. I've got that, and then I've got somewhere, I think it's over there. I'm not going to get it. I've got the screwdriver, but it's not the same screwdriver, because this is the ratcheting screwdriver, all right? This is a way better set. That socket set itself sells for more than this on its own. They're throwing in the screwdriver for free. This is it. When they say $126, that is honestly what it should cost. This is a ridiculously good deal on what's become one of my favorite socket and bit sets. On top of that, you're getting the screwdriver for free. I love Wera tools. Once you get a Wera tool, you will understand. You will be part of us. Join the club. Anyway, all right, talking about joining the club, let's talk about Malco Eagle Grip, okay? We got 4 of them here. We got we'll go through all 4 of them. I'm going to do a full deep dive on this. There's been a lot of rumors that Snap-on bought Malco's tooling and moved it. I've heard 2 things. I've heard they moved it to Tennessee, and I heard they moved it to Ohio, and they're making their own stuff. While that might be true, the auction just happened recently. There is no way in the course of like a month or 2 months that Snap-on picked up all the tooling, transferred it, set up a new plant, got all the permits, and has started manufacturing. That doesn't happen, brother. What's going on right now is they've got a bunch of new old stock that they just scooped up, and that's what they're selling currently. Now, does that mean that they didn't buy the tooling? No, it doesn't. And a lot of us have been trying to get to the bottom of it. And as soon as we can get to the bottom, we'll have the full story. But until then, Snap-on, when they sell these things, they're $70, $80, $90. All right. Right now is going to be the last chance to get in on the lower prices. At $37, this is the best, singular best locking set of pliers ever made in the U.S. And they're absolutely fantastic. We got the 7-inch for $37. We got the 10-inch for $37. We got the 7-inch curved for $42.84 and the 10-inch curved for $42.95. These are, I have a set of them. Nobody comes close. Nobody. All right, let's keep going. Weeha, another one. Again, these are the #1 selling professional level insulated tools in the U.S. This is a full screwdriver, plier set, side cutters, the whole 9 yards. This is a professional toolkit here for anybody dealing with mainline voltage. $126.70 on this. This is a great one for DIYers who want to be serious about this stuff, or for pros who are dealing with this. This is the set to get. All right. And I know a lot of people don't have landline phones anymore, but for those of you who do, fun fact, the voltage when it's just sitting there isn't that much. It's really low. When it rings, yeah, it's entirely different. Ask me how I know. Anyway, Nico 3/4 inch digital torque wrench. This is not the little bitty torque wrenches that we've talked to you about, the little digital ones. This is a 3/4 inch, 150 to 750 foot-pound. This is for the big boys, all right? And at $82.79, this is a fantastic deal. Next up, we've got my favorite. I got to talk about it again. My favorite budget welder, FlexCore welder. Again, if you're looking just to get started, just to stick some metal together, FlexCore is the way to do it. Plus, this will let you teach yourself lift, TIG, and stick. Stick is a great way to learn how to control arcs. FlexCore is like using a glue gun. Anybody can do it, and it's a great way to get started. But then you can try TIG also and really build your skills. With the same unit, it's $140. One of the best deals out there that I've seen. In the Arc Captain stuff. And to be fully transparent, Arc Captain has sent me stuff in the past. They sent me one thing. They sent me one thing in the past, and it was like 2 years ago. But that said, $20 off coupon on this, which takes us instead of $140, and that's now $120. All right, let's keep going here. This just in, my wife had to text me. My son made honor roll. Gotta love him. You go, Griff. All right, let's go back to it. All right, next up, the Venon jump starter here. 250 amp portable jump starter plus air compressor, all built into one for $80. Now, Venon makes some decent stuff. I would not try jumping an 8.5 liter gas or 6 liter diesel. I'm pretty sure it's not going to jumpstart my truck. But for your average car, half-ton truck, kind of stuff like that, I think this would be fine. You have the air compressor built in. You're killing 2 birds with 1 stone for $80. That is not a bad deal right there. We've tried the Venon stuff, and I keep a Venon Impact in my truck, so they're decent. Now, here's the Topon. This is what I always recommend is Topon. These are the jump starters we keep in all of our vehicles. This is the JS2000. That's their mid-range one. It's $100 right now, $15 off coupon. This will start, about anything. Again, I'm not going to try and start my diesel with it, but for half-ton trucks and cars and that kind of stuff, this is the go-to. It comes with a great case, solid cables. Topon is always my #1 pick when it comes to jump starters. All right, X-Tool. This is the X-Tool Advancer. This is what I run in my vehicle, in my truck, in my diesel, 24/7. It stays plugged into my OBD2 reader. If somebody tells you that, doing that is going to ruin your car, that's old stuff. That was years and years ago. The industry has moved on past that. That's not an issue anymore. Anyway, so you can leave these plugged in. You're not going to get the full level like you'd get out of a bidirectional full professional diagnostic tool. But what it does give me is it lets me read all the basic codes, lets me clear any annoying codes that need to get cleared, and it just tells me basically the current operating health of the vehicle. So when I do a lot of road trips, I tow, stuff like that, I can have it pulled up on my phone and just see the health of the vehicle as I'm driving. And that's what I really love about it, especially at that price, $22, $21.99 with a 5% off coupon. So $22 would be $2.20, but it's half of that. So it's $1.10 off of that. Anyway, I think my math is right. Who knows? Let's keep going. Remember I said about bidirectional? Bidirectional is where real diagnostics start. It's where you lets you talk back and forth to the vehicle. Topon is one of the top manufacturers of bidirectional scan tools. This is a fantastic scan tool here. Coming in 2-year updates on this. Coming at $372, down 22% off the list. I just want to include it for you because I know we haven't talked about good high-end bidirectional scan tools in a while. So I just want to throw that one out there. Next up, we got, check this out. This is interesting. It is a metric hex bit driver for ratcheting sockets. Yes. So if you get a ratcheting socket set, this gives you a 3, a 4, a 5, a 6, a 7, 8, 9, and 10. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, non-skip. And then it shows you right what wrench you need to use it with, an 8 millimeter, a 12 meter, or 15 millimeter. Now you're sitting there saying, well, why wouldn't I just use it with the with my ratchet wrench? Well, here's the deal. A ratcheting wrench, so you got the, let me pull out a ratchet. So say I got my ratchet, this is my Snap-on, I got my ratchet right here, and now I put a bit driver on it. I don't have a bit driver around here. So that's going to come out to about here, okay? This is going to sit inside a ratcheting wrench, so it's only going to come out to about here. So it's going to be a lot more low profile. And it's going to let you get into areas you can't with most ratchets. I'm thinking, my first thing that came to mind was calipers, especially rear calipers. Trying to get in there because you can't turn the tire to give you better access, so you got to get in right. It's a pain. If you've done rear calipers, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Anyway, that was my first thought for something like this. For $33, I'm going to have to pick up a set of these because those look fantastic. All right, next up, we got the Ego SNT 2405 56 volt 24 inch self-propelled 2-stage blower with peak. Anyway, I know I'm getting excited about it. I love the Ego blowers. This is a slightly I wouldn't say it's smaller. Like the one they sent me came with 10 amp hour batteries, and I can tell you it's an absolute beast. You can see the video I did on it. This is coming in at $1,300. This is a fantastic deal, midwinter, fantastic deal on a snowblower. Plus you're going to have the Ego batteries come springtime and summer. So if you're going to go further into the Ego line, you have not just decent batteries, you have some big boy 7.5 amp hour batteries. Those batteries alone cost around $400 each. Plus the charger. That makes this a fantastic, and this is a 2-stage snowblower. Let me tell you, watch my video. It will pick up the snow and it will chuck it. All right, we got the Ego 18-inch 56 volt chainsaw with 5 amp hour battery and charger included for $348.98. 13% off, not the biggest savings, but that is a fantastic chainsaw. 18 inches when you're getting into the beginner of the really big boy kind of stuff. That's a serious chainsaw you can take down real trees with. That, if you've been looking for a chainsaw, an electric chainsaw, I can't say enough about the electric chainsaws. They're absolutely rabid, angry beavers. They will tear through some stuff, and they do it fast. And I get guys who are like, gas is the only way to go. I'm like, what natively has more torque? Oh, it's gas, right? No. Physics, dude. Electric is all about torque. All right? That's why they use it for boats. It's why, when I say boats, I mean big ships, why they use it for trains and stuff like that. Yeah, they're diesel powered electric, but the drive comes from electricity because electricity is where the torque is at. All right, let's keep going here. Pressure washer. This is not a brand I'm familiar with, Lee Howe Tools, but I just saw this and I just love, I'm big on the form factor when it comes to pressure washers. 3,900 PSI, my fuzzy backside. I don't believe that for a hot second, but I'm guessing it'll probably give you, honestly, around 2K PSI, 2.5 GPM. That might be close, probably, but the reel up top, the whole setup about this, it comes with the soap dispenser. It's not a foam can, it's a soap dispenser. For $189 with a $30 off coupon. So now you're looking at $159. That's not a bad, for that kind of form factor and setup, that's not a bad little pressure washer right there. All right, let's talk about this. Stanley BlackDEC, or Stanley here. We got the 6-gallon, 4 horsepower wet dry vac here coming in at $65. And if you just look at the button on that and look at the handle. If you've been following the channel, it looks pretty familiar. I think we all know who makes this and where else you can buy this kind of style, which means getting it at this price, pretty good deal. All right. Bosch grinders. I got a couple of Bosch stuff here. I'm gonna say something. Hear me out. I think that Bosch cordless 18-volt tools are dead. I know. Hot take on it. The 12-volt stuff is really approachable for most people, but I don't see pros buying Bosch 18-volt unless they're getting it through a corporate account or it's a fleet account or, you're working for a large company and your company's buying your tools for you. I don't see a lot of pros, much less homeowners, going out and buying Bosch. That whole Bosch freak got everyone excited and then everyone disappointed. And it was honestly a disappointment for most people. But you know what's not a disappointment? Bosch corded tools. Bosch corded tools are lifetime tools. You buy these and you will be handing them down to your kids. This is just your standard 4.5 inch with the X-Lock, means easy disc changes on this for $62. That's 36% off for a lifetime tool. That is a great deal. Next up, we've got the Bosch Orbital Finishing Sander. An Orbital Finishing Sander for $44, quarter sheet. That's a ridiculous deal on that. And then next up, we've got the standard 5-inch Orbital Sander here for $59. Again, the Bosch corded, I think, is the way to go. I still like the Bosch 12-volt, but until you can prove me wrong, I don't think Bosch 18-volt cordless is the best option out there. I don't see it. All right, I hope I'm wrong. Millscraft, I've talked about this before. This is a drill guide, portable drill guide. So say you've got tools you can't take to your drill press and you need to make sure you got a right angle, or you need to make sure you've got a 45 angle, okay? Well, you hook up your drill into this and you put it on the workpiece and it gets that angle spot on. All right, works with most 3/8 drill accessories. It's $33.99. Now this jumps between, this is the sale price and the standard price is like $40. So if you're thinking about getting one of these, get it. If you're a woodworker, I don't know how. How do you not have one of these if you're an actual woodworker? I don't understand that. All right, let's keep going here. We got some magnetic toolbars here. I don't call them tool strips. This is a 4-pack of these Ram Pro, and being a Ram guy, I gotta like this here. 12-inch magnetic tool holder. For shop organization. It'll hold anything metallic. You just throw it up there for $22.99. That seems like a pretty good deal right there. All right, next up, we've got toolbox organizing. Don't just have stuff sloughing around in your toolboxes, and especially, and I'm the first one to admit this, I have a real problem with the side cabinets where I put all my miscellaneous catch-all kind of stuff. Get organized. Look at this, $27.99, $28. It's 20% off, and you're getting 58 pieces. You'll have no excuses after that. That's probably why you're not going to buy it, because you want to keep your excuses, right? WorkPro. I got to tell you, I love WorkPro, and the people over there are so super nice. In fact, we're trying to work a special deal for you here coming up. Hopefully we'll have this soon. But what I'm looking at here is a lot of times they have great items, but the prices are kind of so-so. This is a great set right now. You're getting you're getting both sets, 1/4 inch, 3/8, 1/2 inch, for $60, which honestly that'd be $30 a set. And that is a decent price, but there's a 5% coupon on top of that. So it's going to take another $3 off, which I don't think anybody's coming close to that for this kind of quality right now. All right. Then we got, I'm a huge fan of tool bags, especially roll-up tool bags. I've got a bag similar to this that I use for my first aid kit. I got to redo my first aid kit. Anyway, maybe get this bag just for that. $30, 5% off coupon, 4 pouches on it. This is a nice, solid bag. I really like that one. All right, we got some more organization for you here. I can talk. For wrenches, we got a wrench organization here. It comes in a bunch of different colors here. You got orange, red, green, and like this I don't want to call it yellow, kind of safety yellow. I don't know what you'd call that. It's not citron. It's, anyway, you know what I'm trying to say there. Anyway, so choose your color. The price is a little different. The red one is the cheapest. Okay. So that's why we're showing you the red, coming in at $12.59, 43% off a list. I don't know about anybody paying $22 for these, but as you can see, the other ones are selling for more. So the red one is where the deals are at. All right. Pro SMF drill brush attachment. Typically, I like to promote Drill Brush, the actual brand, because they're the guys who invented it. I don't know how. I need to do a deep dive to figure out how all these other people are selling stuff when I would assume they have the patent on it. Maybe the patent expired. I don't know. But they're not running any deals right now. And until they do, I can't really talk about them. So we're going to talk about Pro SMF. I love this because it comes with the bucket. Whoops, going along there. It comes with the bucket, and the bucket is... when you get all the stuff, you get all wet and nasty and stuff. Now you don't want to just throw it in a bag or something. So storing it in a bucket, you take it in the bucket, out of the bucket, it's all fine. These things are fantastic. If you don't have some sort of drill brush attachment, you need to get them. Do not put them on impacts. There's a reason they don't call them impact brushes, okay? You put them on impact, it'll tear them apart. Just use them on your drill. It's totally fine. You can clean the bathroom. You can clean the kitchen. Cleaning grills is amazing. Cleaning tires is amazing. Cleaning your boat is amazing. It's so much better than just sitting there and scrubbing by hand. Get yourself one of these. Oh, brother, I keep talking about it. This is another one. This is another one of those products where I tell people for years and they finally break down and buy it. And then I get an email going, I'm sorry, you were right. This has changed my life. Don't wait. Don't be one of those guys 2 years from now where you finally get on the boat. All right. And infrared thermometers, another one. You got to have one of these. And look at the price on this, $15. That is just a go-to. They're all pretty much the same. They all work about the same. They probably all have the same innards as far as I know. They're just fantastic. They're great for use around the house, use with your thermos, with your furnace, checking hot spots in your oven, checking for cold leaks during the winter, and seeing how hot your grill is. All right. There's a lot of great uses for this. All right. Look at this Nico. I love a lot of their stuff. We usually talk about their impact socket sets and all sorts of stuff. But look at this little micro X-Acto, not exact knife, but a utility knife. Plus, it's got a bit driver in the tail end of it, and it has the Phillips and the slotted there for you. That's a nifty little for $11. For $11, I don't think it would make me replace my. Hold on, where is it? My favorite, which is the Work Pro, the little Work Pro super slim one here. Look at nice positive lock on that. Look at that. This is the brand new one I just got. And in case you're like, well, you just got it. How do you know you use it and stuff? Here's my other one, and you could see maybe if we can get the focus on there. Man, there we go. You can see all the crud and stuff. This one is beat. That's the one I use all the time. So I just got another one. I love these things. And they can go through the wash because they're stainless. And mine do go through the wash all the time because they're so light. I leave them in my pocket. My wife sometimes returns them. Anyway, let's keep going. Anker, I got to talk about it again. The Anker Bluetooth speaker. Stop buying Milwaukee speakers. Stop buying DeWalt speakers. Stop buying any tool brand speaker. All right. It's wearing out your tool batteries. And you need your tool batteries for, come on, say it with me, your tools. All right. This thing it's $22. It's a Bluetooth speaker it's IPX5 waterproof. It's got stereo, 24 hours of playtime. It puts out a ton of sound for its size. Just get this. If you need tunes in the workshop or on the work site, don't waste your money on the tool brand kind of stuff. And yes, that goes for all of them. All I'm not trying to single anybody out. All of them. Just get $22. It's cheaper than a battery, people. Oh my gosh, I get so worked up. Oh, we already talked about that one. All right, I got to talk about this broom. This is one I bought one of these for the house just years ago, and I honestly was desperate for one, and I I didn't think it would be that good because it's the kind where the handle screws together. And I thought this thing is going to be super cheap. It's going to break. Yeah, well, it won. We still have it. We still use it all the time. It's great for dog hair and stuff like that. It's great in the shop. You know, when you sweep with a broom and all the stuff gets caught in there? Well, this thing's got this little comb, if you would. I don't know if that's what they call it, but let me see if there's a better picture of it. But anyway, right there, you see that comb. So you sweep it in there, and then you run the bristles of the sweeper through that comb, and it cleans it out and gets the dog hair off and gets the straw and all the other, and the sawdust and everything off. And it's nice and easy to bend over or not bend over and pick it up because it saves my back. For $20 and a 5% off coupon, I can't tell you how much I love this setup. It works. It just does. All right, next up, we've got the Kaiweets digital multimeter. This is a nice, solid, just everyday diagnostics kind of thing for $12.79. It's a solid little multimeter. Would I use it on mains? Probably not, but I do a lot of stuff that's DC. I do it around the car. I do it in the shop, check with batteries. I was just testing solar panels with one the other day. So it's, there's a ton of great uses. Not everything needs to be like professional, electrician kind of stuff. For $12.79, this is a nice one just to have around, keep on the bench, maybe throw in the truck, that kind of stuff. All right, we're over at Menards now. Menards, check out this deal. Remember I was talking about Metabo HPT. Now this is tool only, but this is their 6.5-inch circ saw. It's normally $78. It's on sale for $49, and then you get the mail-in Menards rebate. If you're a Menards shopper, you know the deal with that. $40, $39.99. That's a ridiculous price on this. All right, let's keep going here. We've got over at Woot, they've got the DeWalt DCF 961B. This is a beast of an impact wrench. All right, 1/2-inch, hog ring, bare tool, normally $369. The sale price, like you go to Amazon, the sale price on it's like $350. This is $294, $294.99. Limit 3 per customer. But if you're in black and yellow and you've been looking for a deal on a big old impact wrench, this is your boy right here. All right, now let's talk about some power, and then we're going to get into some of the freebies and the other kind of bonus stuff. So Anker Solx, I'm a huge fan of EcoFlow. We'll talk about EcoFlow in a minute, but for your smaller usage, 1,800 watts. It's actually, I say smaller, it's not that much smaller. This is a solid cube of power. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, is that six 120 volt plugs down there. And it looks like one of them is a 15 amp for running power tools off of. It means you should be able to run a table saw. The one on the far right, you can see there when it has the, let me get the mouse in there so you can actually see what I'm talking about. See that one on the far right? It's got that weird kind of top prong there. That usually, as far as I understand, means a 15 amp plug. So you should be able to run a full table saw off of this thing. I got to tell you, Anker, I often say, is the best mid-tier bang for the buck power system out there. Anker Solx, the C1000. I don't have this one, and I don't think I have this one. I've got a ton of the Anker stuff, mostly bigger than this, like the F2000s. But this is a solid one. It doesn't have wheels. You know how I am about power cubes with wheels. But anyway, it's $650 for 1,800 watts with a peak of 2,400. Yeah, I think that's a pretty decent price right there. All right, and then we got the EcoFlow. Now, if you didn't see my video, I put out a video the other day. I got my whole power tool cart put together here, all right? Tool's not the right, power cart. So I've got a cart that I have the Delta 2 Max on, and then I have 2 of the Delta 2 Max batteries. That is 6,000 watts on a cart. I can wheel anywhere in my shop or studio here. I can power the entire place on it. I ran my entire studio on it for 2 weeks. It's fantastic. When power goes out, I don't care. I don't care. Power can go out for 2 weeks. I'll be fine. Emergency power, I'll be fine. And get some solar panels like this, I'll be fine. All right, and EcoFlow makes some of the best solar panels out there. It's just not even close. This is a great setup here. You're getting the Delta 2 Max, 2,048 watt hours, 3,400 watt output. That's max output there. This thing is an absolute beast. This whole system with the 2 panels coming in at $2,000. Go check out my video the other day. You can see some other deals and stuff. All right, let's talk about some gas though. Champion, finally a deal on some Champion here. This is a solid inverter, super quiet inverter generator, although not quite as quiet as the EcoFlow. oddly enough. $900 on that. That's 29% off. I got to tell you, gas generators have been going up in price. Anyone else notice this? They're all going up in price. This used to be a lot cheaper than this, but I don't make the deals. I just report on them, and prices across the board on generators are going up. I don't think they want you to have generators for some reason. Anyway, remote start, electric start, or pull start. This is a solid RV style generator, but you can use it for home too. 4,500 max running wattage on it for $900. Now, I also checked this out. We've talked about max speeding rods. And I've mentioned this before, I did not think they would make good generators. They've sent me a couple now, and so far they work. I was stunned. I didn't think a company like this could jump into the generator market and do well. And it's one of the generators I've kept for personal uses. I have basically their older version of this one. It doesn't have the Bluetooth, and it doesn't have the kick-ass Honda Kawasaki kind of paint job. It looks like it comes straight off of the moto circuit there. Anyway, that great paint job there. That just tickles my feathers. $594 on that, 15% off. Again, we got CO alarm on it. It's 4,000 max watt inverter generator, so it's going to be super quiet, great for camping, RV parks, that kind of thing. You've got the Bluetooth, so you can monitor it with your phone, make sure everything is running right. And for light duty backup, it will also work for that. This is a lightning deal, 10% claim, so you're going to have to jump on it. Again, we'll have links to everything down below. Here's a gift for yourself. All right, barbecue season is around the corner. We're mid-ish kind of February here. Look at this. I was just talking about pellet grills the other day and how nice it is to get the Bluetooth one. But for those of you who don't have one and you don't want to upgrade, for $88, oh, and there's a $40 off coupon on this. You're getting not one, but two, but three, but four wireless probes. All right, if you're not cooking with a thermometer, you're cooking blind. No wonder you're burning everything. No wonder your chicken tastes like shoe leather. Come on, hold up your hand if you can't cook. All right, I thought I couldn't cook. I thought I was terrible at cooking. I got a thermometer, and now people rave like, oh, Jeff, he can make anything. He makes the best blah, blah, blah. Thermometer. Only thing that changed it, okay? Because there's no good. That whole thing, well, when it feels like this, no, that's BS, all right? Not every steak's the same. Not every cut's the same. The thickness is different. If you've been doing it for 40 years and yeah, sure, I get it. And you're working a restaurant and you're always cooking the same steak. Yeah, that makes sense. But we're not doing that, all right? Get a thermometer. The Inkbird is fantastic. It's Wi-Fi, so you can sit inside. You can see all your temps. And what you do is you see these little clips there? Those are standoff clips. So you take one of them, you put it through the standoff clip, it clips to your grate, and now it tells you the temperature, just the general temperature in your grill. And then you take the other three and you can put them wherever you want. I won't tell. And now you've got 3 sensors plus the internal temp sensor. That's a fantastic deal for that price. All right, I'm telling you, it's another one of these ones where you don't listen to me, and then years from now, you're like, oh my gosh, I can cook. I just bought a thermometer like Jeff said. All right, here's another one. I keep a set of these, not this brand, but almost identical. I keep a set in my shop, so when I have some free time, I can put in some curls and some reps and try to, keep my upper body strength going here. 25 pound. And I got to say, these super adjustable weights, they're fantastic. I know Bowflex invented them years ago, and Bowflex still sells them for a pretty penny. But I've got these generic ones, and they work just fine. $155 for the 2 set is not a bad deal. If you never tried them, they're just great. Forget having a whole dumbbell rack and stuff like this. Now you can just have a little spot like off in the shop or off in the garage, and you can have a full set of hand weights there. All right, how about this? Now, people have asked me, they keep asking about my lights. All right, now I've got them set to white, but usually I do, hey, Alexa, set studio to red.
Okay.
RGB lighting is fun, all right? And it's nice. And if you like indirect lighting the way I do, I know I'm using it because I'm a YouTuber and all that jazz and stuff, but you can see the full glory of the RGB-ness. That this is those, all right? Now, I paid full price, $100, so that's $200 back there. They're on sale right now for $59.99. They're made by Govee. I'm a huge fan of Govee. They've never sent me anything. I've never even talked to Govee, but I have Govee hydrometers, I have Govee heaters, I have Govee lights, I have them here at home, and they all work through the same app, and they're fantastic. And they work with She Who Shall Not Be Named, that I just named and probably set off your device at home. Anyway, I get a lot of people asking about them, so I just wanted to include that since they're on special right now for $60. I love them. They add some great accent lighting to your home. If you want to do the whole gamer setup kind of thing, you can do that too. All right, and all right, let's talk about some Valentine's Day gifts. All right. Maybe it's for you. Maybe it's for her. Maybe it's for someone you care about. Anyway, You Homie. Okay, now I do have a relationship with them. They did send me a beverage fridge I'm going to do a video on, but I love these countertop ice machines. I've had a couple companies send them to me over the years, and the only thing I'm going to say with these is if you have really hard water, you do need to clean them out. You just run vinegar through them like once every 3 months. You do a whole vinegar bath thing, and it just eats away the calcium and cleans them out. But you can do all sorts of fun stuff with these things. First of all, they're awesome. It makes a whole thing of ice in 6 minutes. And it has little cold fingers that dips in the water, creates little ice cube things, it pulls them out, and then heats up and they slide off into the basket. It's fun to watch, but nothing is stopping you from putting things other than water in there. All right. You want to make some fun margarita kind of stuff there? All right. Make some lemon flavored ice cubes to go into your margaritas. All right. There's a lot of great stuff you can do with these. You can put them in your shop. You can put them in your RV. You can put them in your kitchen. They're fantastic. I absolutely love them. All right. Let's keep going here. Next up, we've got the next mug. Now this is a reach, okay? But it's Valentine's Day. It's time to tell her how much she means to you. I'll be honest, we don't really do Valentine's Day because it's in February and we both just had our birthdays. So we're both Februaries, so, and both Aquarians. So we're always right. You gotta love a relationship where both of you are always right. So anyway, the next mug here though, if she drinks hot drinks, this is a really cool way to spoil somebody. Nobody needs this thing. This is not an essential. This is a luxury item. And yes, it's $100 luxury item. But you buy her something like this, and she's going to remember it. When she has her tea or her coffee or whatever, and she's sitting there, and she can set it to warm or to hot or to piping, and she can nestle up with her little mug in the middle of February when it's super cold out, she's going to remember that. And she's going to realize it's those little things. Like you can't buy love, but you know what? You can sometimes buy something that shows that you think about them, all right? Personally, I'm not a hot drink kind of person. Even when I do drink coffee, I drink iced coffee. I don't hot chocolate every so often, but that's like I'm out at like a wintry event or something. I don't really drink hot drinks. But you know what else would be good in this? Like soup, like doing cup of soup kind of stuff. I can see doing that in there. All right, next up. Now this, my wife absolutely loves these. All right, again, remember I said about the margaritas and stuff like this? These immersion blenders, the KitchenAid, absolute beast. I'm stunned what these things can do. Yes, they can tear down ice. Yes, they can make margaritas. They can do it all. There's so much power in these things. And this is 50% off. Trust me, I've bought the ones for $100. All right, we keep one at home. We have one in the RV. KitchenAid makes one of the better ones out there for $50. This is a no-brainer. If she does stuff like this, get it for her or him or them. The Joy Jolt Free, I don't know who the name of this company, but this type of container, let me look around. I usually have one because the missus sends all my lunches and snacks and stuff for me to take to the shop. Oh, wait, hold on. All right, so I had to run over to the fridge. So when I get a little peckish, I got bacon. And these things are great. Make sure they lock up, and that releases the vacuum. They're still kind of hard to get off because they have such a good seal, but bacon, cold bacon. You need to throw it in the microwave to warm it up a bit, but this is my little carnivore snack. We use these containers all the time, and they're fantastic. And they're easy to wash out. They store food like nobody's business. $38.95 is a fantastic deal. All right, maybe I put this in just for me, but I absolutely love these cookies. I don't eat them anymore because I clearly don't need any more cookies. But oh my gosh, Milano dark chocolate. These things are fantastic cookies, especially if you dip them in some milk or some coffee or something like that. They're on sale right now, $8.15 for a 20 pack, 2 cookies per pack. So that's 40 cookies. Oh, I love these things. All right, next up we got to talk about the Reese's heart shaped. Come on, she's gonna love the heck out of you. $21.93 for a whole box, 36 count of Reese's heart shaped treats there. All right, and I know she's like, I need a Stanley Cup. And you're like, we have Stanley Cup at home. Ozark Trail. I get it. My wife, she had a bunch of the knockoff ones, and she wouldn't buy a Stanley Cup for herself. But somebody, I think my son bought her one for Christmas, and she absolutely loves it. But I get it. Spending that kind of money on a cup seems ridiculous. And Ozark Trail, man, they really kill it with a lot of the stuff they make. This is coming in at $14.97, and it comes in a bunch of different colors. It's not a Stanley Cup, but it's pretty close. 40 ounce. It's got the handle. It's got the straw. We got Stanley Cup at home, right? All right. Somebody asked in the live stream yesterday, you have been to the live streams, right? Every Sunday we do a live stream. Usually me and the missus, she wasn't feeling her best. So it was just me yesterday. Every Sunday at 7 p.m. Pacific, we do a live stream. And then also, that's on this channel. And then we have another one called Cask and Ember. You know what we talk about there? We talk about cigars and... So if you want to talk about some fun stuff here for just the guys, as it were, check out our channel, Cask and Ember, every Friday at 7 p.m. Pacific time. All right. Anyway, back to the fun. Somebody asked during the live stream, hey, can you recommend a good curved monitor? And I said, no, I can't. Then somebody else said curved monitors are a gimmick, and maybe they are. But I stumbled across this today. LG makes good monitors. 34-inch ultra wide. This is a big curved monitor that's normally $500. It's on sale right now for half off, down to $250. $250 is a good price for a monitor, period, much less an ultra wide, much less a curved one. This is over at LG.com, so you're buying direct. Anyway, so for those of you looking for that, there you go. All right, and then here's our freebies. Carl's Jr. Carl's Jr. is doing free burger day. It's today. You got to go today, Monday the 12th. If you don't go today, if you watch the video tomorrow, I'm going to say, well, maybe you should have subscribed and rung the bell so you get the notices. Just saying. Anyway, free burger at Carl's Jr. I can't partake, so somebody go and get one for me. The reason I can't partake is we don't have Carl's Jr. in Montana. And then the next one, you got to love this next one. So Buffalo Wild Wings did a thing where if the Super Bowl was tied at the end of regulation time, you could get a free order of buffalo wings. I kid you not. Now, here's the deal. It's like for February 26th is the day you get the free wings. So there'll be a link to this. You can go read the whole article and everything. So it's not today. Carl's Jr. is today. Buffalo Wild Wings is like in the 26th, around there, something like that. So be sure and go check that out. Anyway, that's all I got for you today. If there's anything you think I missed, put it down in the comments. You got any questions, put them down in the comments. I always try to read the questions and go through everything and answer all of them to the best of my ability. While you're down there, why don't you go ahead and chomp the old like button, smash the subscribe, ring the bell on the way out so YouTube actually believes you. Anyway, that's all I got for you today. You all take care. God bless. And as always, shine on.